Hey guys, Lynn here for the Dice Sanctuary. I'm at my house once again with Alex, and we're gonna do 1,250 points of Dystopian Wars Land. As always, I'm playing the Covenant of Antarctica, and Alex is playing
the Kingdom of Britannia.
So we're gonna try it on a 4x4 table this time. See how that works. I'm not sure if it's gonna change gameplay at all or whatnot. But Alex has written up a special scenario, so just give him a brief explanation.
Okay, so scenario, first of all, is going to be in the description for those of you that want to read it in full. Basically, there's a city in between both our forces' lines. Capturing the city is deemed of strategic value, and surrounding the city there's an industrial complex and a communications building. So each of these buildings, the city is worth 5 command points, and the industrial complex and the communications building are worth 3 command points each. Yeah, and I wrote I had to write the rules for the city myself, so they'll be in the description below so you can read that in full. And the rules for the industrial complex and the communications building are just basically the ones found in the Storm of Steel book with some minor tweaks. So yeah,
so let's go ahead and show you guys the armies. So on the Covenant side, you've got 3 medium walkers. You got 3 bombards. I think those are the Socrats. I think is how you pronounce it. Socrates, I don't know. We got a time dilation orb, as always. We've got 4 robots. We've got 4 of the Scorpios class bombards. Got a heavy walker. And then we got 16 tiny fire tokens, 6 from the mobile airfield. And then we got 2 medium flyers. And that's 1,250 points of Antarcticans.
Okay, so for the British here, I have a Lysander class landship with a observation top. I have 3 bombards, a unit of Canadian, what are they called? Thunder assault guns, Sovereign class landship with mortars, 5 Merlin interceptors, 3 Mark II tanks, another squadron of Mark IIs, this time with a Steward Guardian tank, 3 Foxhounds, 4 Terrier class tanks, and then for my tiny fighters I have 2 squads of dive bombers, a squad of fighters, and a recon plane, and then 2 units of infantry, 1 regular line infantry and 1 unit of engineers, and I gave them the mechanized infantry upgrade, 15 points. So.
And here's the table we were playing on. Looks like we have, here's one of the cities, another one of the cities.
There's the city, the industrial complex is there, and the radio tower is up on top.
The Covenant side, as you can see, this is the deployment. So starting off to the right, it's just going to be an overview. You got a recon plane, and he's spotting for the heavy walker. Then I'm gonna zoom in here. Then we've got the Scorpios class heavy bombards on this hill. Got small robots behind the medium flyers. Got a plan with them. Heavy walker in the middle, or behind my lines, just so he can react faster to the situations. Got fighters in front of them. Mobile airfield is behind the medium walkers and 4 fighters. And then we got the Socrates class bombard and the mobile airfield's tiny fires over here on the left. And the bombards are angled towards the middle, as you can see. And here are the Covenant of Antarctica cards. That one. That one. That one. So they're okay.
So up on the hill at the right side of my deployment, I've got the Lysander landship, and right next to them I have the bombards. They're not attached though. I know you can attach them into one unit, but I'm keeping them separate. Over here I've got the what are these guys called again? Foxhounds. Foxhound tanks. I have the dive bombers here, the mixed squadron of Mark IIs with the Guardian tank, another squad of dive bombers, Terriers, engineers. The infantry are here right in front of the town. The assault guns are supporting the infantry, fighters, followed by a recon plane. The squad of 5 Merlins there, my landship with mortars and my commodores on there, by the way, and squadron Mark IIs over there. So that's my deployment. Okay, so here are the British cards. So that will come in handy. Might play that one. And then 2 of the same thing. So those will come in handy for sure. Alright, on to initiative.
We both have turn cards, so we're going to roll off to see who can play them first. I got a 2.
I have a 3.
So play what you red tape.
Broken code.
Yeah.
So I get to look at your hand and discard 2. If you want to block that, you can.
How many do I need?
3.
Ooh. I am going to block that
3 of these, by the way.
with
Tally-ho?
Tally-ho. So that cancels.
That's the tiny flyer card, right?
Nope.
Oh no, that's the activated second.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I can't play one, right?
No, because that was your card.
Okay, cool. So, going on to initiative.
I have a 10.
I got a 9. Bummer. So, looks like the Kingdom of Britannia are getting first turn. So it's the end of turn 1, and as usual, it's not really an exciting turn because everything is still moving in into closer range. But the Scorpios class bombards were able to shoot at his 2 tanks over there that are damaged, and it was nice because there was a middle one, and 2 of the bombards linked fire, and they got double ones on the crit, so they exploded, and then the other 2 bombards caused a bunch of damage on them, so they're almost dead. The robots moved up a little bit and shot at those tanks as well, but weren't able to do anything. The orb moved up, and I decided to use the movement generator on the heavy walker, so the heavy walker was able to move 9 inches forward and then shot at the Merlins, causing 1 damage. The medium flyer tried shooting at the Merlins too, but as they were up in the clouds, didn't do anything. Fighters, they just moved into the city, same with those fighters. Recon just moved up. Mobile airfield tried shooting at his foxhounds over there, but didn't do anything because not very close range. And then these bombards were able to shoot at his infantry tokens, but again, they only caused the equivalent to aborts, but didn't do any damage. These medium walkers just moved up.
As Nathan mentioned here, the Mark II squadron took a little bit of a pounding, but before they were damaged, they managed to get some points of damage on the flyers there. My land ship here with the mortar tops fired the mortars at the bombards over there. Didn't do anything. And then it shot its broadsides on, I think it was there, and didn't do anything there either. Over here, the Merlins flew forward. They took a shot on this flyer here. I believe they got, what was it, a crit or something like that?
Yeah.
And then they managed to pull back up from the clouds. All the recon plane was just move forward, all he did. Fighters just moved up. The assault guns just moved forward. Infantry advanced. So did the Terrier tanks here. I think they might have tried to take a shot on the medium walkers over there, but I'm not sure if they were in range or not. I can't remember now. Dive bombers just moved up. These guys moved forward, and they shot one of the medium walkers over here, which ended up killing it. The foxhounds moved up. They just took damage because they didn't end up actually shooting anything. Dive bombers flying over there to intercept those. And then over here, the bombards and this guy fired on one of his bombards over there, and they managed to get a critical hit. So yeah, that's the end of the first turn. And the only other British cards out, all the other British cards are the same as before, so this one here is just the new one that I drew.
So the Covenant cards, I used 2, so this one and that one are still the same, or are new, and then I still have these 3. So I have a turn card I'd like to play.
I have a turn card as well.
Alright, so let's go ahead and roll.
5.
I got 3, so once again Alex gets to do it first.
I'm playing Tactical Aid.
Okay.
Draw 2 cards.
Okay, I'll let you have that.
2.
And then I'm going to play I'll play this one. Oh, there we go. I'll play red tape. So
Okay.
every time you play a card, you must discard 1 card.
Alright.
So yeah, rolling for initiative. 2 dice. I got an 8.
I have 7.
So I'm going first. Okay, so the Covenant of Antarctica turn 2. Some more stuff happened. I killed quite a lot this turn actually, but oh, there's the dog. The mobile airfield moved up and shot at his foxhounds that he moved up above this on this hill. I believe he killed one, but the as Alex is playing with the dog over there. These bombards, yeah, these Socrates or whatever, moved up, unable to shoot at anything. The fires bellowed out in dogfights, and then I realized that over there, those two fighters, I had them in a group of 6, but the max size of 5, so I just removed one after a combat. The orb moved up, and then it used its defense generator in this area. So anything shooting in, through, or out, it has half AD of that circle. Then the robots fired at the Merlins, I believe killed one. The Scorpios class bombards did really well. They took out the 2 Mark 2s. Yeah, the Mark 2s.
Yeah, Mark 2s.
So that was pretty awesome. Recon moved up, and the Heavy Walker moved up and fired at the Merlins, as well as those Mark 2s. You have a lot of Mark 2s.
Yeah.
Or those aren't Mark 2s. The in the middle there. What are they called?
Those are the assault guns.
Assault guns.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, I think Alex is going more for the objective win, but I always go for the moral victory. Always. Always, always, always in every game.
Okay, so from the British point of view here, I'll just start from the left and go to the right. So one of the last things to activate on my side of the board here was the Sovereign class landship. He shot his mortar over at the medium flyer that was over there, and the broadsides over at his landship. Took out the medium flyer and I believe caused a point of damage to the landship. All the recon plane did is just kind of backed off. I didn't want to get shot down by any drones. After losing their lead vehicle, the Thunders just moved up, got a critical hit on the his landship and took out its shields. The infantry just moved closer in towards the center of the city there. The planes, the dive bombers up there, just got into a dogfight, took out some of his drones. The small tanks went over and shot down some of his medium walkers, which were advancing up the hill. And the mixed squad here of the Mark IIs and the Steward just went and finished off his medium walkers. The Foxhounds moved up on top of the hill. There were some originally here and here as well. And they shot also at his medium walkers. They didn't do much and they were promptly killed. And then over here, last but not least, the artillery units here. They shot on his mobile airfield all the way up there, and they did nothing. So I think I've tried to bite off more than I could chew with those guys, so I might have to aim for smaller targets. And yeah, so that is the end of turn 2. Now on to drawing of cards.
Let me get rid of that one. I'd like 2 cards, please. Let's see what they are. Okay.
Okay, and on the British side, I have 5 cards already because I played that card that increases my hand, so I can't draw anymore.
You could have discarded some.
I could discard some, but I'm happy with the ones I got. Yeah.
They're all Barrage from Hell.
They're all Barrage from Hells and red tapes. It's great. So, do you have any cards you want to play?
Yes, I do.
I'm just gonna double check, see if there's any ones I want to play. Sure, why not? I'll play a turn card too.
Alright. I have 3.
I have a 4.
Man.
I am going to be playing Pass the Tools. So I'm going to fix this guy here. If you're going to let it pass, that is.
I will.
Yeah, so he's back up to full health. I got a 4, so it was a D3.
Okay, and
Yeah, here.
I will play Radio Intercept.
Okay, so +3 to your initiative.
Yep. Initiative. I get +3. I got a 9. Oh.
I have a 9. So reroll. Your
Yep.
+3 still exists though. You have 5 plus
8.
8.
Ah, I beat you.
So you beat me by 1. Radio Intercept came in handy. Alright. What's yours?
Yep.
Okay. Covenant, first turn. Or third turn, sorry.
So it's the end of the game, and the Kingdom of Britannia have beat the Covenant of Antarctica due to objectives. I thought for sure, or I'll go ahead and explain what happened this turn. So the bombard up against this hill. Let me just focus. Against this hill, moved up with his buddy and then shot at his small walkers in front of them. I killed one and did a damage to another, but then his foxhound came up from the other side of the hill and shot down the second bombard. The mobile airfield moved up and shot its broadsides. Unable to do anything. The orb, we kind of goofed up here, but he moved into the city and I tried teleporting his infantry off to the corner, but then I read the rules again and it has to be your own fleet. Robots moved up and shot at the last Merlin that was in the middle of the field there. Able to kill it, so that was good. And the bombard shot at, or the Scorpios bombards shot at his land ship over there and did some damage to it as well. Recon plane just moved up, and that was Covenant of Antarctica turn 3.
Okay, so on the British side, the artillery units here, last thing they did, it was the last thing of the game, they just shot at the orb there. Didn't really do anything, just knocked off a point of damage, and they have destructive ordnance, so took out the, what's it called, made them half movement. These guys moved forward, boarded the objective there, boarded the radar station, and they also shot on the bombards and shot with their port starboard guns on the mobile airfield there. Foxhound just moved up, took a pot shot. The dive bombers over here dropped their bombs on the bombards because didn't have anything else to do. The Terriers here just kind of rolled over the hill, took some pot shots. I think they ended up taking out one and knocking a few points off another. Engineers just moved through the city, shot it. The orb did nothing. The infantry moved through the city as well, shot on his land ship, which was originally here. I don't think they did anything. The two Thunderers that were here originally just, again, shot on the land ship. I think they got another critical hit before one was taken out. Recon just kind of flew around, avoided trouble. After getting hit by the bombards over there, the Covenant bombards, the land ship just kind of fixed its generator, so that the broadsides were in line with his land ship. I shot, and then I got a magazine explosion, so took out his land ship. How many hull points did he have left at that point anyway?
He only had one.
Yeah, so he was going to go down anyway. The mortars shot on the Scorpios, and they didn't really do anything either. So yeah, so end of turn summary. I've got 3. The British have 3 AP on that objective. There are no AP in this objective, so it's unsecured, and there are 4 AP in that objective. So 2 out of each of these objectives is 3 command points, so 6 command points to the British, and the Covenant have not captured any objectives, so 0 command points for the Covenant. Yeah.
So, hope you guys enjoyed that 1,250 points of Dystopian Wars Land. Just gonna briefly explain some of the plans that we're gonna use, our tactical plans. My plans didn't really work. I thought I for sure would have killed his army with the amount of firing power I had. The idea was to have the bombards on each side of the board facing in, like they were deployed, and then have the robots just stay back because the robots have 2 shots at all range bands. But I guess I need more robots because 4 I don't think is enough. And same with the bombards. I think it was a good number of Scorpios ones, but not the other ones, the Socrates or whatever. So hopefully in the next game I might take more bombards. I really like the models, so I might take them. But yeah, the plan was just to have basically 3 different firing points, all focusing on sort of the bigger units, so like the land ship and some of the, especially the flyers. I just hate the Merlins. They always tick me off. But yeah, I think some of it did work, but the fact that it was an objective-based game, I think screwed me over. I'm not very good at objective-based games because I just go for the moral victory. So at the beginning of the game, I choose a target, and once I kill that target, I feel like I've won. And so the Merlins are usually my moral victory. I don't know. What about you?
I had a few things in mind for this game. Strategically, well, I'll break it down to 2 things, tactically and strategically. Strategically was to get air superiority, because I know he plays Covenant, so he's got a ton of drones everywhere. I figured he was probably going to take a lot of flyers or something equivalent. That's why I took the Merlins, because the Merlins are really good anti-air units, especially for the British, because most of our air units, frankly, they're not very good. So I took the Merlins, and that's why they went straight for his Icarius flyers. Tried to take those out as quickly as possible, because I knew they're pretty fast moving, and especially in objective games, you could jump around, secure an objective, and then maybe go elsewhere and try to take another one, or try to push guys off other ones. When I play Dystopian Wars, I like to have units do certain roles. So, for example, like the Thunderers, their job, even though they're a close-in kind of bunker busting unit,
their job was to kind of hang back and just wait for anyone to come up and threaten objectives. So they were waiting in the kind of middle of the board because they can move forward quickly, and they've got those nice 8 attack dice in like range bands 1 and 2. So they're really good for just going in and just taking something out really quickly. So that's what the plan was for them. My Mark IIs, my medium tanks, their primary goal was to go secure objectives because they have AP. And infantry their goal was to just go in the middle of the city, hide, and just harass the enemy from within the city because they're tiny, so they can hide. Yeah. Everything else was support. Artillery were just to reach places that I couldn't reach with my other guys. So yeah, those were my plans. Everything had a job and they all worked in harmony.
So again, thanks for watching. Look forward to new videos every Wednesday. I'm gonna be uploading every Wednesday, whether it be battle reports, tutorials, studio updates, whatnot. But every Wednesday there should be a video. There might be some random videos here and there that get uploaded on other days, but you know, it's all based on how much is on my computer and if I feel like filming and all that. But yeah, look forward to those. And I'm Nathan for the Dire Sanctuary. This is Alex, and happy wargaming.